Hey, good morning, everybody. Bit of a late start today. Just woke up late for work today. So let's see, we've got about 25 minutes to the bell. I usually like to get in by at least 8:30. So I've been in the office now for maybe 5 minutes. Large cap movers today that I'm keeping watch on now. So I have SBE on watch. SBE's fallen below this support line that I like. And in the pre-market, it looks like it might make an attempt for a push back up. So if it can make it back above that line, then I will start adding to the position. DraftKings, everybody got punished on Friday last week. It was a rough week. It was a pullback, whoop-de-doo. Of course, everybody, in the mainstream media is talking, like the end of the world. The preppers have come out. Let's see, and BILI has made this pullback here also. I don't have a position on BILI. However, I will be looking at around 111 to put on a position. So let's see if we can get a pullback. And the pre-market, it's at 120, so maybe I can get it at about 117. Okay, and then GameStop. Now, I have no interest in even really trading GameStop. I've missed what looks to me, I've missed the main move. If it makes a move over 483, then maybe I'll trade a few shares. I really, my trading account is only 100 at this point, $112,000 strong. So I wouldn't be able to buy that much of it anyway. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Mac, let's put some levels on Mac here. Mac is definitely pulling back. So let's see what we've got this move right here. And I'm going to call it to the bottom of that one right there. Okay. Oof. Is definitely pulling back. Let's see. I'm not really seeing anything on Mac. Oh, here we go. That really doesn't look tradable to me. I'm going to put a couple of levels on it from a friend whose service I use here. So let's see, 1474. And 1425. And then the cutoff is 1415. Tight stop. That's good. DD. I'm really not interested in trading the stock. Whenever something takes more than a 10% dip, I've found that the support levels aren't really reliable. Yeah, I'm not interested in DD. Then GOGO. So GOGO is telecommunications for airplanes. We got airplane internet. they ought to be, the stock ought to be higher. I mean, they've gotten punished with all these COVID flying restrictions and everything. Yeah, I mean, they were doing okay back here before the turn of 2020 there. I mean, they were doing okay. Let's see. This ought to be a breakout. This big long period of, so there's this move up, and then there's this big long period of consolidation here, and now it's broken out to the upside. This could be a false breakout. However, I'm willing to give GOGO a shot here, and I'm going to put it somewhere. Get rid of that. Willing to put it somewhere between here and here today. Pretty wide range. 1224, 1076. That's a significant swing. Right now it's 1295 pre-market. And let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna 1224 is gonna be my number on GOGO. It could go. Let's see. We've got this gap here. I mean, that's pretty much. You know, if it's gonna break out, it's not gonna go this far down. It already came to test. You know, let's see if I can get rid of that. There we go. So after it broke out, it already came down to test the breakout level, and it bounced away. So, could it test 1224 again? I mean, certainly it can do anything. I just don't think that it will. Let's see. So 12. So if it pulls all the way back to 1256, I'm definitely a buyer. I'd just be really surprised to see it go all the way down to 1224. So, yeah, those are the large caps. So really, Mac and GOGO. Now, SBE, DraftKings. I have positions on SBE and DraftKings. Don't have a position on BILI. Then I don't have a position on GME. Now, GME, I'm just almost purely a speculator. I mean, if I'm going to trade this thing, I might trade it with 100 shares, maybe, but that would be, like, I'd probably go with like 10 shares. I'm just not willing to take that much risk on it. It's momentum. Anyway, let's go down to what I have on momentum watch. So I'm going to take LMFA and CBOF, and COS is doing something kind of kooky too. This is apparently some kind of a short squeeze play too. I have no idea really. I'm just going to take it off. I'm not interested in looking at it anymore. So let's add THCB. THCB. There it is. THCB. Yeah. It's popping up pre-market. It's pretty far down on the list of stocks that are popping up this morning. But it's the only one on the list. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's sixth. THCB is the sixth stock on the list, on the morning momentum list. But I don't like all the other ones that are on the list. They can, I don't know, they don't look very nice to me. All right, so 2154. We got a bounce to pre-market at 2154, and then we've got 2293. So for momentum, I don't really like to use levels. I don't like to use Fibonacci levels, so I'll just use it as a guide. And I'm just looking for the first 1 minute candle to make a new high after a pullback for the momentum trade. All right, so those are my trades this morning, and that's what I'm keeping an eye on. And let's take a look at the SPY real quick. And so pre-market here, so pre-market and post-market, let's take a look at it here. So it closed on Friday down here at closed at 370.19, and post-market here it went as it didn't go to lower than the regular market lows in 368.50. I think it the market was selling off, got a little bit oversold. Perfect, it's just fine. And so now it's popping up pre-market. Went as low as 369 post-market on Friday to as high as 374.68 pre-market today. Right now we're at 373. So the buy the dip crowd has come in. I think things are going to settle down with GameStop. Last week was last week. It's a new week. Things are bullish. Let's get back to making money. Okay, so that's the SPY. So let me go back here to large cap movers, and we'll save that there. And now I need to open 3 more windows. I'll open 5 because I want to keep an eye on a couple of other things too. I need to move. We've only got 13 minutes until the bell, and I haven't typed in anything into my trading windows yet or anything, so DD, GOGO. And actually, you know what? I'm not even really interested in DD. So then we'll put the small cap mover here. THCB. Then I'm going to move this one out of the way. I'm going to put that one on the SPY. And then I'll move that one out of the way. We're going to put that on the VIX. So the VIX is right now it's at 31.6. Yeah, I think things, generally speaking, are going to be all right. Last week was just something to scare people and get TV, talking heads talking. Really, nothing. There's nothing forecast other than until Q3. There's nothing forecast to be going on. Let's see what gold is doing pre-market here. Gold's catching a little bit of a bid here. Let's see what the TLT is doing. And TLT is down, so rates are probably moving up, which that's a good thing. I'm short the TLT. I'm short the TLT and gold, for that matter. Mac, finance, real estate investment trusts. Oh, we've got a REIT. So in quad 2, which is what we're looking at, average volume is only 16 million shares. I have a filter on my. Okay, that's why it's not showing up. So I subscribe to a service that gives me large cap ideas, and so when days like today, I got in late and so on, it's kind of a fallback. I typically only trade stocks that large caps that have an average volume of I think it's 500,000 or more. 500. Let's see what's the criteria. 500 million or more a day. 700,000 plus a day daily volume. Okay, that works. Average daily volume is 16 million, so that's good. All right. Okay, very well then. So Mac might give us a bounce, but it's a real estate investment trust, which they don't do well in this quarter. Telecommunications now that does better in quad 2. All right, so now let me get a couple of things set up here. Got my options trades set up, of course. They're always set up. Okay. Let's see. Riot. I've made some pretty decent money trading Riot. It's not something that I've been calling out in the room on air, but I've been jumping in and out of Riot here and there. It's worked out well. So I think THCB's marijuana financial conglomerate. This is SPAC. Marijuana's bad. Okay, and now I'll put some price levels in here. Mac, neither Mac nor DD are really industrials, chemicals, major, diversified. Neither one of these are really attractive to me. It's really GOGO's the only one that's really looking like it's going to be a good trade. So GOGO 1256. I seriously doubt it's going to dip down that far this morning. Maybe it'll go as low as the pre-market. So 1270. I'm going to start, if it really starts to dip down to the downside, then I'm just going to average into it and see when its next earnings are. Earnings is on the 25th of February. I'm just kind of checking on a different window on these other positions that I'm in. Looks like the buy the dip crowd is coming in today. So far, it looks that way. So let it do its morning thing. Let the market do its morning moves. See what we end up with. I think THCB is going to be the first thing, the main thing that I'm paying attention to this morning. All right, we've got about 4 minutes to go until the bell. THCB was as high as 27.48 pre-market. Okay, sort of the calm before the storm. Let's have a good Monday. Let's start the week off right here. Two minutes to the bell. It's a new month, February 1. That was barely even a pullback on the SPY. On the monthly chart. So let's see, THCB. And it's open. Oh, BILI. It's strange. A little bit of stuff hitting the scanner. THCB is definitely pulling back. BILI is looking attractive right here on that pullback right there. THCB. I'm going to attempt to put in an order for 2160 here. Let's see if I can get filled. Okay, I should have gotten filled. I should be filled right there. All right, there. I got filled. Let's see. Yeah, got filled at 2160 on THCB. So give that a few minutes to play out. BILI. So I got filled on BILI at 120.63, only on 100 shares. Pretty small position, but this thing has room to run, so it's got a lot of space to recover. Let's see, the next level of resistance I have on BILI is at 124.28. See if it can make it to that and then higher. THCB is working on that 2160 level. next spot for a bounce is at 20.14 on THCB. So I will make an attempt to average in here so that way I'll be in at an average. I'm at 2160 here, and then if I get in at 20.14, I have an average of somewhere around 20.85 for at least break even, if not a better move up than that. BILI selling off just a tad. Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna get an order ready for 20.14 on THCB. And GOGO. Okay, GOGO is down at the 20.56 level. Okay, so I'm long GOGO there at 12.54 per share. go. Okay, now let's see if THCB, the next level of resistance on THCB ought to be right here at the open at 22.39, and then after that it'll be right up here close to 23. See how high it can go. So it just spiked 22.39 there. So it's over, it's open. So it just made what's called a red to green move, which is nice to see. So it's fighting, THCB is fighting the open right now. It's about 20 cents away from the open. Pretty big dip down right there. Significant dip down right there. See if it'll take a bounce off of that fib level and start running back up again. Little fight over $22 right now happening on THCB. Okay, so I got a THCB there at 2183 roughly. Let it see if it can catch another bounce or if it's going to head lower. It's strange for it to make a red to green move, but I mean it happens. It made a red to green move and then stalled out there at 22, roughly 2279, something like that. BILI is pulling back a bit. I'm in this at 120.63 per share for 100 shares. So just kind of let it do its thing. The SPY's pulling back right here. And then GOGO. GOGO is looking like it's getting a bounce here. Let's see if we can curl up and start heading in the other direction. So the SPY's taking a bit of a tumble here. I've got a support level at 372. Basically 372 on the SPY. And it hit a low here of 372 even. Let's see if the SPY can take a bounce here. All right, here we go. Got some buyers coming into the market. Let's see if BILI can make it over VWAP here. Otherwise, I'll have to let it go. I'm in at 120.63 on 100 shares, so I don't have a lot of risk on it. The VIX is running up. It opened at 31.5, and right now it's at 33.4. So there's some selling pressure on the market. The ad opened here. The ad opened at 2030 and it's taken a tumble down to 1036. It's coming under some selling pressure. The market in general is coming under some selling pressure. THCB 20.14 looks like the next level of support there on THCB. So I will take a trade on it there. GOGO is recovering here. It's made it back over. It's open, so it's pulled. It's done a red to green move. I'm in at 12.54 per share on 300 shares. I imagine that THCB will take a bounce somewhere around 20. That's just the way that stocks kind of work. It's a psychological level. 20 is kind of a spot there. Okay, THCB took a fast dash there to 20. Somewhere around this level and this level ought to be support. So it could go as low as 1923, just to scare the snot out of everybody. 35 million share float on THCB. So we'll see. It just it's up 32%. So there are bound to be some people just kind of taking profit who owned it, prior to this big pop. Let's see if it's right now. It's making a lower low, so it needs to. There's a lot of work for THCB to do to make it up past its high of day so far. Let's see if we can make it past this 20 exponential moving average. I've got my finger on the sell button. I just bought at $20.01 on THCB, and see if we can catch some momentum, or if it's just going to fade for the rest of the day. All right, I would went ahead and sold. It looks like it's going to hit resistance here at this 20 exponential moving average. We'll see if it can hold 20. If it can take another bounce off of 20, then I'll get back in. And really, over 2281 is really the spot to look for momentum. It's got a lot of work to do until it gets up there. BILI is doing its thing. Let's put it on the 5-minute and see. So BILI is doing a VWAP move. This could work out well. If it can close above the VWAP on the 5-minute and then confirm above VWAP on the 5-minute, then we ought to be looking. We ought to be in good shape. THCB, it's trying to turn around here. It's getting back above this 20-period exponential moving average on the 1-minute. It's something that traders watch. So. GOGO, what are you doing, GOGO? I think I'm going to dump GOGO here. See if I can get fill at 1258. All right, I did. Okay, so I got in at 1254 per share on 300 shares at 1250 on GOGO, and just to let it go. It's breakout or bailout, and I was looking for. So I got in at 1254 down here, and I missed my opportunity really to get out with at least 1%. I mean, I did pull some profit. I mean, I'm green on it, BILI. This is one that I'm just going to let run. Let's see. Its open was here at 121 roughly. Let's see what Oops. $120.98. So let's see if it can make a red to green move. I'm in at 120.63. It's getting rejected right now. It's getting rejected. There are about 4 minutes left on this candle. THCB got a nice little pop there for a moment. SPY's catching some support there at 372. That's good. Let's see if the SPY can make it over. Well, first it's got to make it over its own open today. It's open today. Then it needs to make it past Friday's open. 375.63. I'm still hanging on to, pardon me here for a second, I need to clear my throat. Still hanging on to 100 shares at 120.63 on BILI. GOGO is still kind of just floundering around down here. THCB is definitely pulling back again. So we've got a trend line now. So yeah, we'll know. It looks like this right now looking like a wedge to the downside, with $20 being the point, the spot where it'll break and tumble. BILI. I don't know if it may have put in its high and low for the day. It's kind of the way the entire market is looking right now. Not a lot of bullish momentum happening. So the SPY's coming back down to 372. GOGO's making a move. Over 1321 on GOGO, and so confirmation of, above 1321 means a break above, then come back, retest, and hold, and move higher. Will mean higher prices to come for GOGO. So the open on the SPY is 373.72. It's Friday was such a wide-ranging day. It wouldn't be surprising to see the SPY do an inside day. To see it kind of, I just wouldn't be surprised to see it wiggle back and forth between these prices all day. Okay, THCB is down below 20 at this point. It looks like there are a lot of people who decided to sell the pop there. I mean, it's really rather widely held. I mean, it's got a float of 35.5 million shares. So made a decent trade on it. I definitely didn't maximize my gains on this one, but I was at the party and having fun, so I made money. That's better than losing money. BILI. Still hanging on to this one. I'd be really surprised to see this one fall down. This thing's got such just a beautiful chart here. Let me get rid of the fib so it's a little bit easier to see what's going on with it. It's got this consolidation, 6 months of consolidation right in here. It broke out, and now it's on its way up, and this looks like a dip. We've got a dip that lasted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days roughly last time. And so now we've got a dip that's going, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So, I mean, that's not an extremely reliable pattern, but it ought to be making its way back to highs here pretty soon. I'm pretty sure I'm going to hold on to these shares for a few days. We'll see what happens. THCB is trying to hang on to 20. Oh, GOGO. Look at you. I definitely sold this one too early. I mean, I got out profitably. I mean, only by a few cents. I think really 4 or 5 cents on 300 shares. I mean, it was a really, really small gain for me. Downturn here. I think I sold it on its way back down through 1270 here. I don't remember exactly. It's definitely catching a bid now. So it came up, popped above the open, and came back and kind of played patty cake with the open for a while there. Let's see if we can get another a really clean move here. It's looking pretty toppy at the moment. BILI hit VWAP and got rejected. Made it over VWAP on this candle, and then definitely did not confirm VWAP. So this could be a bit of a pullback for BILI here today. So both my kids are at home today from school, and my wife is at home with them. I promised her that I would leave by 11 o'clock today to go hang out with the kids. It's a snow day. I think we're supposed to get more snow tonight. I'll have to check the weather forecast, so they might be home tomorrow too. Let's see, YGMZ is hitting the scanner quite a bit here. $50 is a psychological level in YGMZ. I wonder if it's going into any halt. Yeah, we've got a halt here early. Oh, this is December. There it goes, over 50. There's a huge spread on it, from $50 to $52. 50 on the bid, 52 on the ask. Yeah, the bid tightened up a bit. See if we can get a pullback for an entry. It's getting pretty close to 10:30. And the market is relatively quiet right now, so I don't know. Got to bounce off of the 20 EMA here. So 46 bucks roughly for the EMA. The spread is enormous. 46.71 to 49. I think I'll just leave this one alone. The spread tightened up a little bit right there. THCB is definitely falling off the map here at the moment. GOGO couldn't hold the opening or the high of the day there, so it couldn't confirm it. BILI is falling away. What's the problem here? YGMZ. Why isn't YGMZ coming up now? It was just coming up a minute ago. Whatever. Trading view. YGMZ looks like it's catching support at $46 a share. But I can't, I can see it on my level 2, but I can't see it on the charts. Oh, ho hum. So my guess is with THCB is there might be a little bit of a run here over this resistance line, and it'll just sell off again. The real spot to watch is going to be around this 1047 in about 10 minutes or so. The spot to watch. What happens? What's going on with the stock right around in this area is going to be the most important spot to watch. Level 2 is it's moving. This SPY just got rejected a bit there at the opening price. So yeah, like it really wouldn't surprise me to see the SPY just for the rest of the day just sit here and bounce back and forth between in this range, and it won't make a clean pattern like that. it'll it'll break above to pull in traders, break below to pull in shorts. I think today's pretty much going to be a range bound day on the SPY. Until the close, and then we'll see what happens at the close. If it starts running up in price, in the afternoon, then it's got higher to go. It'll probably open higher tomorrow. If it starts falling down toward the close of the day, then it will probably open lower tomorrow. BILI. It's getting a bounce there at 1733, that 1733 level. Let's see if this bounce can hold and start moving off in the other direction. I would like that very much. All right, not a heck of a lot going on right now. I'd love to see the SPY put in a big fat reversal candle today. It's fighting over the open right now, so it's just going from green to red again. But yeah, I'd love to see the SPY put in this gigantic green candle right here today. That would be very bullish for February. This is my my drawing on the SPY here. Look, there you go. See, we're good. See, that's all it took. This is a little bit of artwork, and boom. See, look, the SPY went up to 379 today. Oh, wait a second. Hang on. No, it did not. Yeah, THCB. This is the spot to watch on THCB. This little intersection down here, the time. Uh, there's a saying among traders that time is more important than price. I don't know. I mean, if it weren't for price, what were we doing here? It's kind of a strange thing, but timing, I guess, is more important than pricing. I don't know. Mogo, are you going to make another stab for the open? Or the high, that is. Let's see, the open is here at 1290. We're only a few cents away from it. And the new high, I guess you could say the high of the opening range there. I have a little bit of a bias toward GOGO because many years ago, quite a few years ago, I used to do satellite communications, and I went to, I don't know, kind of like this satellite communications conference thing, and I met one of the executives there. I don't remember who his name really. If I saw a picture of him, I might be able to pull him out of a picture. He's a nice guy, a good guy. And I think it was right around the time of GOGO's really like starting up in the United States. At least they had an office in Chicago, and the executive, was as a part of the conference, we were kind of going into these sort of tech workshop type things, and I caught on to there's a particular modem set up, and I caught on to it pretty quickly because it was something that I used. It was a new variation of something that I'd used for a long time for mobile satellite communications. It's tricky. When you've got a vehicle moving 600 some miles an hour, in order to keep a reliable link with a large bandwidth to a satellite communications link. It takes some tricks. And I know some of those tricks, and so he was like, "Hey, we got an office in Chicago. You might like it in Chicago." I was like, I had a job doing something different with a different company at the time, and you can't really be a job hopper kind of thing. Okay, we are at the time frame now. Is the decision point THCB? Are you going to go up, or are you going to go down? The next candle after this one, if we get a break to the upside, if we break over 2059 here, I'm a buyer, and if it breaks down below, then I'm a seller. Actually, if it breaks down below, I won't get involved. There's an 8,000 share seller at 2055 on THCB at the moment. Here we go. I've got an order ready for $20.62 here. Here we go. Did not get filled. So I got in right there at, I can't see my fill. THCB looks like $20.70 roughly. Let's see if the selling is over with. If everybody who's like, oh wow, look, my shares are up 30%, overnight. I think I'll take some profit. Let's see if the profit taking is over and we get some movement here in the next 10 minutes or so. So the next price that I'm looking for is 21.73. All right, here we go. THCB. $21.73 is the price to break, which is coincidental to the VWAP spot there. So break over 21. There we go. GOGO is creeping back up again a little bit here. Over 1321, and I'm interested. SPY is pulling back to what I will call the bottom end of the range. All right, so it just hit 11 o'clock. I'm holding on to BILI. Actually averaged into some more shares, so I'm in 150 shares at 119.98. Actually gave me a little bit of an opportunity there to get out with a small loss. I wasn't paying attention to it at the time. So the SPY still hasn't broken trend. The trend is your friend, until it's not. Things are, markets, it's a new month. There ought to be some decent economic data coming out. From recent economic activity. Looking for BILI here to start making a new move up. Let's see, an important number. Let's do this one. Let's clean this chart up a bit. It's hard to see everything that's going on. So I definitely want to see it close above 118.38 today. Yeah, that'll be encouraging. And then a move to, new all-time highs here is what I am anticipating. The VIX is popping back up again, which means the SPY is taking a little bit of a hit here. Probably going to be like this for the rest of the day. It's a really small inside movement. Big move up here. A pretty big move up from 370 to as high as 374. It just typically moves up. I exited that THCB position after this on this candle right here. All right, everybody. Good luck out there. Have fun.